Ayo, what is good, everybody? It is your boy Potter with Grandmaster Glass, back in the saga of putting my studio back together. So, today is Oxygen Day. I finally have the fittings I need to completely finish wiring, mounting, routing my hoses. So, my oxygen and propane tanks I need to have properly routed into the studio and safely at that. And so I needed these couplers. It's crazy. When I first started blowing glass, no major how-tos. I was just learning on YouTube and stuff. And I didn't know fittings existed. I thought you just had to work with what you had, with what was on the end of your hose. So because a Bethlehem torch is B fittings, they're not the barbs. GTT, other torches are the barb style where you have the hose clamp and the barb that goes into the hose. Well, with the GTTs, they are barb fittings. Or excuse me, they are B fittings. So they have the little coupler at the end, and then it actually like screws into the torch. Well, I can have exact length, and that's something I've always struggled with. All this extra hosing, I would get like a 25 foot for mountain glass or something, and then I just have all this extra line. So I'm gonna properly route, that's the word I'm looking for. I'm gonna properly route all of these hoses. I'm gonna use these couplers. I'm gonna be able to cut the hoses to length and then just use the barb fittings, and it's gonna be a new experience for me. Nobody showed me how to do this. I didn't know it existed for the longest time, and now that I'm resetting everything up, I need to go outside, check. One of the oxygen tanks has oxygen in it, and then the other one is empty. So I actually have to put on the regulator so I can just see how much is in each one. I'm going to bring the tanks around. I did propane today, refilled that. We've prepped all the lines. Another thing is the hoses, they are so thick, I don't know the official way to properly cut them. Well, I have cut hoses before when I did a Bunsen burner. I just needed a propane line, and so I did end up cutting that, and I used these really heavy-duty lawn clippers. So I think that's how I'm gonna get the job done again, how I'm gonna do it today. And yeah, that's probably going to be the majority of this video, just checking in with you guys, continuing on the saga. I'm ready to blow glass. I am gonna definitely be making some marbles, some really cool pendants. I've been watching a lot of Upgrade Glass. He has inspired me with millies. That's something I have already done. I've already learned how to make those in a very basic sense. But yeah, he's really cool with his color theory and different styles of millies. And so I'm going to go for a really simple approach and try to start doing some of that. It's going to be one of the projects I start off with. And yeah, so on to the next scene. Also, okay, so I remember why I did not have my photo booth permanently set up. It's because it takes up a lot of room. So I think I'm just going to start using it more, but I'm just going to temporarily set it up when I need it. I might put it inside. I can maybe find somewhere inside permanently. But yeah, out here in the studio, I wanted it to stay there, but it's not. So I got some rubber gloves, no fingerprints, and then the lights that go on either side of the light box. But yeah, so it doesn't even look that huge on camera. It's just hard to tell on scale, but it's like, yeah, that's taking up a huge portion of the desk, and it's like the largest thing in here. It's bigger than like the kiln, bigger than my screen. So yeah, that little photo booth saga, that's gonna be we're gonna have a wrap that one up. So that backsplash though definitely came out fucking clean, fire. I want to add some more to extend it to either side, so I'm probably gonna pick up on some more so we can have just that full wall coverage. I think it'll be cool just having that backdrop, and because it's like slightly metallic, they're metal. Yeah, I think when the fire's going, it's gonna glisten on that backdrop, on that backsplash, and look so clean. So alright, got everything out here. Like I said, one of these bad boys has oxygen. definitely have two different sounds, but I'm gonna hook the regulator up to these and then, yeah, figure out which one has more oxygen in it. Alright, good deal. Got about a quarter of a tank in that one, a little over half. Marked that one with an X so I know. So I'm gonna use the dolly to move it around to the backside, but an upgrade on the dolly is definitely in the near future, especially because I'm gonna be moving these around. I haven't needed to move a tank around in multiple years, so yeah. And then back here, this is where the oxygen tank and propane tank is going to sit, so we can get that lined up. So originally I thought the tanks were going to go back there. They had been there back there at one point, but no, they are definitely going on the side. So you need to get a chain to chain this to the wall so it doesn't, for safety. If you've ever seen tops of one of these just blow off, it becomes like a torpedo, like a literal rocket. So propane down there, rock and roll. Pretty sure I have all the right amount of fittings. I have the right styles of everything, the hoses. I'm going to bring the oxygen and the propane into the studio here. From there, I'm going to Y valve off, and one line is for my torch, my main torch, and then the other line is for the mini torch. What's cool about these Y valves, instead of them just being like open, like no control on it, you can almost have like a mini regulator, so the oxygen and the propane don't run at the same pressure for the mini torch. Well, if you just barely crack open the valve, I've had really good luck. So I mean, there's a million ways to do stuff. I'm sure there is a right way to set up a mini torch, because I have seen, but that's the way I do it. So yeah, so I'm going to run those in. They're going to come down, route them underneath. And I still need to fireproof this section, make a false wall. I'm just going to drill into the side table and then do up a piece of plywood or something along those lines just to create a barrier, 100% barrier. Just have it like fully flush all the way back there, so no matter what, if glass rolls. Another thing, can't quite tell, which is what I wanted. I did some clear, transparent caulking along the back of the table. And so now, anything rolls back there, it's not going to fall down. And that's going to alleviate a lot of the just trash, just glass trash that kind of escapes off the table. Try to keep it more clean that way. Have it all set up, have my TV. I'm going to start live streaming as well. Got my camera that's going to go to the table. Or, sorry, the camera that goes underneath the carpet goes to my computer there. And yeah, so that is where we're at. Back to my hoses. Okay, so yeah, let's do this. Alright, no lie, this is some fucked up shit. Pretty sure I figured it out though. So, oxygen, top part, propane, bottom part. Got regulator hooked up to the oxygen tank. Coming off of here, B fitting. I'm going to cut the hose to length. I'm going to use a hose clamp barb to shorten that hose. Then I'm going to use the B fitting on either end of the hose, shorten it. So then we're here. We're inside the studio. This just couples up to that. Feeding off of here, one line for my torch, one line for my mini torch. And this is where shit gets confusing, I guess. Yeah, this is where I'm trying to make sure. I'm pretty sure I'm figuring this out the right way. But yeah, man. So all of this line. So really what I need to get two more of the barb fittings, the dual barb, so I can shorten this hose. So that's part of my confusion. So that's part of my hiccup here. So besides the fact that this hose is going to be too long, it's going to run straight up to one of the oxygen and then one of the propane. Then on the other available hookups, this is the mini torch right here. Because the mini torch is a B fitting, I have another coupler, but it's a female B-fitting. So I need a male B-fitting. So I'll be able to go up to the mini torch with the barb fitting. With the available hose that I've cut for this section, cut out of this section, I'm going to use in this section. So it will lengthen just enough so I can have usability for the mini torch. And ta-da! That is some fucked up shit. Really confusing. So now, like I said, recapping, I need to go and get some barb fitting so I can shorten this hose, because this is what's bothering me so long. Okay, so just continuing, hey, we're just working through this. We're working as a team. We're live actioning, live figuring this out. Glad to bring you aboard. Glad to bring you along. So I will use the shorteners on the inside hose. I will leave the outside hose just extra long. I'll leave all of the extra hose outside. I'll deal with that for another day. But everything inside is going to be clean. Okay, cool. I like that. I'm stoked. Hope you guys like that too. Hopefully you learned something from that. Hey, because I've never talked with anybody on, how to line up my studio, how to wire it all, how to route the hoses. So, hey, we're figuring stuff out. Glad I'm showing you guys. All right. I think that's where we're going to leave it for today. So I still need to basically just cut in the hole, allow the hoses to come through the wall. And then I just need to tighten everything up, properly attach it to the table, make sure it's out of the way, make sure this is all kind of like, if I drop anything, it just doesn't fall straight on the hoses. I'm going to attach both of those to the wall and create that false barrier, like I said, over against the kiln, and then we are 100% ready to go, guys. So excited to be doing this again, to be getting myself back where I need to be for my vision, for where I want to go in life with glass. Hopefully you guys are enjoying what I am putting out on the camera right now, getting some education, maybe a little bit of entertainment for my videos, because I just want to create something within the Heady Glass community that you don't get to see every day, something that I wish I could have watched from the beginning. So I'm going to create it for you guys. And other than that, like, comment, subscribe, you know the deal. Never stop evolving.